Hello, and welcome to a journey beneath the stars. In this quiet moment, you can let go of the day's worries and allow your mind to drift into the gentle embrace of night. The world around you is calm and still. You might imagine yourself lying on soft grass or a warm blanket, gazing up at a clear, moonlit sky filled with countless stars. The ground supports you fully. You might feel the soft tickle of the grass or the cozy warmth of your blanket beneath you, grounding you and reminding you that you are safe on the good earth. Each star above flickers softly, like distant candles in the dark. Their silvery light falls upon you, and you feel a deep sense of peace and wonder. Take a slow, deep breath, and as you exhale, feel your body sink deeper into comfort. The air is cool but comforting, carrying the subtle scent of night-blooming flowers, or perhaps the salt of an ocean breeze. Whatever peaceful place your mind conjures. As you breathe, your heartbeat steadies and your muscles relax. With each passing moment, the starry sky seems to draw closer, inviting you upward into its vast, velvety expanse. Above you, the cosmos stretches infinitely, a tapestry of darkness and light. Thousands of stars sparkle like tiny jewels on black velvet. Some shine bright and bold. Others are faint whispers of light from impossibly far away. The Milky Way arcs overhead, a pale river of starlight weaving across the sky. If you look carefully, you might even notice a smudge of light that is not a single star at all, but an entire galaxy beyond our own. The Andromeda Galaxy, so distant that its gentle glow has traveled over 2 million years to reach your eyes. Allow yourself to marvel at this sight. Perhaps you can spot familiar constellations amid the multitude of stars. The graceful arch of the Big Dipper might catch your eye, or the 3-star belt of Orion rising above the horizon. These patterns have been recognized and named for generations, guiding travelers and inspiring myths. This is the same sky that our ancestors looked upon with wonder, the same stars that inspired countless stories and dreams. Under this canopy of ancient light, you feel connected to something larger, a vast universe that has existed for billions of years. And here you are, in this fleeting moment, a quiet observer of the eternal. The longer you gaze, the more stars you see, as if the sky is revealing its hidden secrets to you. Tiny pinpoints at the edge of vision begin to emerge, one by one. In the stillness, you sense the slow dance of the heavens, the earth gently turning, carrying you through space as the constellations glide overhead. Time seems to slow down. Now and then, a streak of light darts across the sky. A shooting star, as people say. Actually, just a tiny grain of cosmic dust, glowing as it burns up high above. You watch its fleeting trail with a gentle smile, perhaps making a quiet wish as it disappears. These brief meteors are like secret messages from the universe, reminding us that even in the stillness of night, things are happening in their own time. Each star's light is a messenger from the past, having left its source long ago and journeyed across the cosmos to arrive here, now, just for you to witness. Let your eyes soften and your thoughts slow. You are safe and you are not alone. Above you, the stars keep silent watch. Feel the gentle pull of the night sky beckoning you. If you haven't already, you may close your eyes whenever you wish. The stars will continue to shine in your mind's eye. Their light and the spaces between them will guide our adventure tonight. Together, we will venture far beyond into the heart of the starry sky and explore the mysteries of black holes cosmic wonders that surround them, all at a calm, unhurried pace. Our journey begins here, with you comfortably at rest and open to the quiet majesty of the universe. Imagine that as you lie here, a gentle force is lifting you upward. Perhaps it's the power of your own curiosity, or a friendly night wind, or maybe the earth itself releasing you to the sky. Slowly, you rise, weightless and free. The ground drifts away beneath you. You float upward into the cool night air, moving toward the stars. There's no rush at all, only a serene ascent, as calm as a leaf drifting on a pond. As you ascend, the sounds of the world fade away. Maybe you hear a soft whisper of wind or the distant chirp of a cricket, growing quieter and then silencing soon. There is only silence and the glitter of starlight all around. You are drifting in the open sky now, above the sleeping earth. The landscape below recedes into gentle darkness, and ahead of you, the universe opens its arms. It's as if the cosmos has been expecting you, welcoming you into its vast domain. Feel the freedom and tranquility of floating among the stars. You can breathe easily and comfortably, as though a cocoon of warmth and safety surrounds you. In this space, you are completely at peace. Stars of every color glimmer around you. Some are blue-white and young, others golden and mature, and some are red and ancient. They each shine with their own story, their own age and distance. As you drift, you realize you can travel effortlessly here, guided by thought and fascination. Where shall we go first? The night sky is full of treasures. Perhaps to that cloudy band of light we call the Milky Way, where clusters of stars nestle among wisps of cosmic dust, or perhaps to one of those especially bright stars above, to see it up close. In the distance, there's a subtle glow, a nebula, a vast cloud of gas and dust illuminated by newborn stars. That will be our first destination, a stellar nursery, where new stars are born out of cosmic dust and gas. We gently turn and glide toward that luminous cloud, ready to witness the beginnings of a star. We glide silently through the darkness, heading toward the glowing nebula. As we approach, the faint haze becomes clearer, spreading across the stars like a luminous cloud. This nebula is a stellar nursery, an enormous cloud of interstellar gas and dust, the raw material for new stars. It drifts in space like a gauzy veil. Hundreds of light years across starlight from within gives it color. Soft blues and pinks, hints of purple and gold, swirling together in a cosmic watercolor. In fact, our own galaxy harbors such nurseries. The Orion Nebula, for example, appears as a faint fuzzy patch in the sword of the constellation Orion. Through a telescope, it blooms into a beautiful cloud of gas and dust, illuminated by newborn stars, much like the nebula we now traverse. You can see darker patches too, where thick dust hides the stars behind it, creating gentle shadows against the nebula's glow. Entering the nebula feels like drifting into a dream. Though space here is a near-perfect vacuum and utterly silent, you might imagine a hush falling over everything, as if we've entered a sacred, quiet place. Tiny grains of dust float past you, and wisps of gas curl in delicate patterns. In reality, the gas in this nebula is very thin, far thinner than any air, yet spread over such vast distances, these clouds appear dense and opaque to our eyes. Here and there, you notice points of light, newborn stars wrapped in blankets of glowing gas, like embers in a cosmic cloud. They are stars in their infancy, swaddled entangled in the material that formed them. In this tranquil cradle of stars, time moves unhurriedly. Stars take tens of thousands of years to form, drawing gas ever inward. We have the privilege of witnessing this process as if in a time lapse, our perception sped up to watch eons unfold. Look over there. In one region of the nebula, gas and dust are gathering, pulled together by gravity. What was once a thin, cold patch of cloud is beginning to glow faintly. It's becoming a protostar, the first glimmer of a star's life. As the gas contracts, the temperature at the core is rising. When it becomes hot and dense enough, nuclear fusion will ignite. That's when a star is truly born, shining by its own light for the first time. For now, the protostar is still cocooned in its natal cloud. Imagine being close enough to see it, an orb of warm light hidden within swirling mist. The surrounding dust reflects the newborn star's light with a gentle haze. Eventually, this young star will blow away the cocoon that surrounds it, clearing the space around it. It will remain here as one bright child of the nebula, together with sibling stars that form from the same cloud. Often, stars are born in groups or clusters. Like a family of lights emerging from the same nebula, they keep each other company in their youth. We drift through the nebula a bit more, exploring this stellar nursery. Over there, a cluster of infant stars shines together, their collective light painting the nebula's gas in radiant colors. Massive young stars emit intense light and stellar winds that carve out great bubbles and pillars in the clouds. Perhaps you've seen pictures of such places. For example, the pillars of creation in the Eagle Nebula, where towering columns of dust are being sculpted by newborn stars. Here in our journey, we see similar shapes, tall, shadowy towers of gas silhouetted against a starlit backdrop, slowly evaporating over millennia as new stars awaken. Amid this quiet cosmic nursery, let's focus on one star in particular. It's a bit larger than its siblings, a truly massive star in the making. You can see it ahead, a brightening center within a dense knot of cloud. Gravity is feeding it more and more material. This forming star is greedy, pulling in tremendous amounts of gas from the surrounding nebula. As it grows, it heats up fiercely. Soon it will shine blue-white, far hotter and more luminous than most other stars. Such a massive star will live fast and die young, at least in comparison to smaller stars. But for now, in its youth, it is simply beautiful, a radiant beacon taking shape out of darkness. We watch as the protostar becomes a main sequence star, the kind of stable, shining star we're familiar with, though this one is much larger and hotter than our sun. It has cleared away its immediate surroundings, blowing out a cavity in the nebula with its radiant energy and stellar winds. The nebula around it still drifts like a gossamer halo, but our young star now stands unveiled, casting its light across the nursery. Planets may be forming around it in a circumstellar disk of leftover gas and dust, tiny specks compared to the star, but from our viewpoint we see only its bright glow. The star's light is strong and blue-tinted, a sign of its high temperature. This massive star will be our companion for the next stage of the journey. We will follow it through its life cycle, witnessing changes that normally take millions of years. In the silence of space, we drift alongside the star as it settles into its new existence. It joins the cosmic ballet, orbiting the center of the galaxy along with billions of others. For now, the star burns steadily, converting its fuel into light and warmth. In its core, The inward pull of gravity is perfectly balanced by the outward push of fusion energy, creating a stable harmony. From outside, all appears serene, a constant, gentle glow in the darkness, shining calmly for millions of years. It will remain in this peaceful stage for a long time, quietly anchoring a corner of its nebula, a beacon in the dark. It's inspiring to realize that from a dark cloud, a new star has emerged, adding its brilliance to the galaxy. Now we drift forward in time, watching our massive star as it ages. Millions of years pass in the cosmic blink of an eye. Our star, which once shone a brilliant blue-white, gradually changes as it exhausts the hydrogen fuel in its core. When the core's hydrogen runs low, the star's life enters a new chapter. The core contracts under gravity, growing hotter and denser, while the outer layers expand outward. Our once youthful star swells into a red supergiant. Its color shifts to a rich, deep crimson. The star's outer layers cool as they puff outward, billowing like a great cosmic cloud around a hot, compressed core. The star has become enormous, hundreds of times wider than it was in its youth, an almost unimaginable size. If this star had planets orbiting it, its expansion might engulf any that ventured too close, transforming the skies of those worlds into a red, perpetual twilight. But in our silent companionship, we simply observe the transformation from afar, in awe of the changes unfolding. The star's surface pulsates gently over years, and it sheds some of its outer gas in slow, graceful waves. It's a peaceful but poignant sight, the beginning of the end of the star's life. Not every star meets such a violent end, however. Smaller stars, like our sun, meet a more gentle fate. As they exhaust their fuel, they shed their outer layers gently over time, creating a beautiful glowing shell of gas called a planetary nebula. At the center, the core of the star remains as a white dwarf, a hot, dense sphere about the size of Earth, which slowly cools over billions of years. This final stage is a silent farewell, a cosmic butterfly emerging from its cocoon of gas, shining softly for millennia. It is a peaceful finale, a final sigh of starlight instead of a bang. But our massive star is destined for a far more dramatic farewell. Deep inside the red supergiant, new reactions are taking place. The star has ignited the helium in its core, fusing it into carbon and oxygen. When that fuel is spent, even heavier elements begin to fuse. Layer by layer, like the layers of an onion, the star builds up shells of different elements, each shell fusing into the next heavier element. The core grows hotter and hotter, forging elements like neon, silicon, and finally iron. Iron is a dead end for fusion. Creating it doesn't release energy, it actually consumes energy. And so, when a massive core of iron accumulates in the star's center, the star is living on borrowed time. In a moment that is as violent as it is sudden, the star's core can no longer withstand its own gravity. In less than a second, the core collapses. The innermost part of the star implodes, and temperatures and pressures skyrocket beyond imagination. Then, just as quickly, a rebound occurs. The imploding core drives a powerful shockwave racing outward through the star's layers. The star detonates. What was once a steady beacon becomes a titanic explosion, a supernova. For a brief time, the supernova outshines an entire galaxy. We watch in silent astonishment as the star's outer layers are blasted into space, glowing a brilliant white blue at first, then spreading out in tendrils of brilliant gold and red. It's a beautiful and fearsome sight, but remember, we are safe observers here. We experience it as a grand cosmic firework unfolding in slow motion. It is almost as if the universe itself holds its breath, observing this star's final performance in reverent silence. Colorful ribbons of gas and dust billow outward, carrying with them all the elements the star created in its lifetime. This material, the star's final gift to the universe, will enrich the surrounding space. It will drift through the galaxy, mixing with other clouds. In time, those elements will seed new stars, new planets, and perhaps new life. The calcium in the bones of living creatures, the iron in blood, the carbon in our cells, all these treasures are forged in supernovae. Like this one, the star, in dying, ensures that the universe will have the ingredients to begin the cycle anew. We observe the aftermath of the supernova with reverence. Where our massive star once shone, there is now an expanding nebula of hot, glowing gas racing outward. It will continue to spread and cool over thousands of years, eventually becoming a beautiful remnant, perhaps resembling the Crab Nebula or the Veil Nebula, which were born from long ago stellar explosions. In the center of this bloom of colorful gas, a new object has formed. All the while the explosion was happening, the star's core was collapsing inward. For a star as massive as this, even atoms themselves could not withstand the gravitational crush electrons and protons squeezed together to form neutrons. And for a brief moment, there may have been a neutron star, an ultra-dense sphere only a few kilometers across, packing the mass of a sun into something the size of a city. But even that could not hold up under the weight. The core continued to collapse, smaller and smaller, until it passed a point of no return. In that moment, our star's core became a black hole. A black hole is unlike anything else in the universe. All the mass of that once enormous star is now condensed into an infinitesimally small point, a singularity hidden behind a veil of darkness. Around it, at a certain distance, gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape. This distance defines the black hole's event horizon, the spherical boundary between the observable universe and the inside of the hole, the point of no return. If anything passes too close and crosses that horizon, it vanishes from our world, trapped forever by the black hole's gravity. Beyond this invisible boundary lies the unknown. At the black hole's core, in what we call a singularity, gravity has crushed the star's remains to unimaginable density. The laws of physics as we know them break down under such extremes. What truly exists in that ultimate darkness, no one can say. It remains one of the universe's most profound mysteries. To an outside observer like us, anything falling toward a black hole would appear to slow down as it approaches the event horizon. Its clock would seem to run ever slower, and the light from it would stretch to redder wavelengths and fade, until it virtually disappears. From our perspective, time nearly stands still at the edge of a black hole. It's as if the falling object is frozen in time at the threshold of the abyss, even while, in its own frame of reference, it might pass through in a flash. Such are the strange games gravity plays with space and time near a black hole. We find ourselves gazing at the spot where the massive star used to be. Now there is a sphere of darkness hovering in space. It reflects no light, emits no light of its own. The newborn black hole is essentially invisible against the starry background. We only know it's there by what surrounds it. Some of the remnants of the supernova, gas and dust that didn't escape into space, are now spiraling into the black hole. As they fall in, they form a swirling disk, heating up from the immense forces at play. This accretion disk glows intensely in X-rays and white-hot light. We see a glowing ring encircling an abyss, much like a solar eclipse, but with no sun at the center, only a void. Even the distant starlight behind it is bent into strange arcs around the darkness, forming a subtle halo. The black hole's gravity is acting like a lens, warping the view of anything that lies beyond it. The sight is eerie yet captivating. That ring of hot, doomed matter will orbit a few times, then cross the event horizon and vanish. As it does, the light fades. Soon, the immediate area will grow quiet and dark again. If no new matter falls in, the black hole will simply persist as a silent gravitational well, a hidden distortion of space. It will be just a warp in the fabric of space-time, an unseen phantom. Only by its effects on nearby stars or gas could anyone ever infer that it's there at all. In fact, that is how scientists on Earth first inferred the presence of black holes, by observing stars behaving strangely, orbiting an invisible mass, or detecting sudden X-ray flares from matter disappearing into unseen objects. We, too, can sense it here. A powerful gravity pulling on the nearby gas, holding the nebula's center tightly. Yet we remain at a safe, gentle distance, free to marvel at this strange creation. Take a moment to appreciate what we've witnessed. A star was born, lived a bright life, and died in a spectacular explosion, leaving behind both destruction and creation. In the aftermath, a new cosmic entity emerged, a black hole, the shadow of a star, a gravitational echo of what once was. It's a profound transformation, one that stirs the soul. The star that once lit up its corner of space has become a well of darkness, a heavy silence where there was once light. We have journeyed from the luminous cradle of a nebula to the ultimate darkness of a black hole. The black hole we witnessed forming is a stellar mass black hole. Just one star's worth of mass collapsed into darkness. But black holes come in many sizes and types throughout the cosmos. Scattered across our galaxy, there are likely millions of such stellar black holes, the remnants of stars long gone. Most of them drift quietly in the darkness, unseen except for the subtle gravitational tug they exert on the stars and gas around them. Others are in binary systems with still living stars, slowly pulling gas from their companions and flaring in X-ray light as that material falls into the black hole. Each one is a hidden tomb of a star, a quiet end state of stellar life. Beyond these, at the centers of galaxies, lie the giants, supermassive black holes. These behemoths contain millions or even billions of times the mass of our Sun. They formed in the early epochs of galaxy formation and have grown over time, swallowing stars and gas and merging with other black holes. Our own Milky Way has a supermassive black hole at its heart, known as Sagittarius, a star. It's relatively peaceful now, not consuming much, but it still holds incredible sway over our galaxy. Imagine now that we journey to the center of the Milky Way itself. We drift tens of thousands of light years toward the galactic core, leaving the familiar spiral arms behind. As we approach the central region, the number of stars around us increases dramatically. The sky here is flooded with starlight. If there were a planet near the galactic center, its night sky would be aglow with countless nearby stars, far more brilliant than the sky we know. Perhaps it would never truly get dark. So crowded is the celestial sphere with suns. We navigate carefully through this crowded central cluster. Stars rush past us, orbiting the unseen center like bees around a hive. These stars move incredibly fast, hundreds or even thousands of kilometers per second. Whipped around by the gravity of something massive yet invisible. We're drawing near to Sagittarius, a star, the supermassive black hole of the Milky Way. Though we cannot see the black hole directly, we can sense its presence. It's about 4 million times the mass of the Sun, concentrated into a space no larger than the distance between the Earth and the Moon. Here in the galactic core, we witness a spectacular dance. One star in particular sweeps very close to the unseen black hole, slingshotting around it on a tight, elliptical orbit. In reality, astronomers have observed such a star, it's known as S2, making a full loop around the galactic center in just a decade or two. By tracking its path, scientists proved that an enormous, invisible mass, our black hole, must be lurking there. In our mind's eye, we too watch as this star swings near the center, its path curving sharply under the black hole's gravitational spell. The black hole itself remains shrouded in darkness, but occasionally a flicker of light arises when a bit of dust or gas strays too close and gets devoured, releasing a brief burst of energy. Sagittarius. A star is quiet compared to some black holes in the universe. There are galaxies where the central black hole is actively feasting, gorging on large amounts of gas. When that happens, the infalling matter heats up and blazes brightly, creating what's known as a quasar, or an active galactic nucleus. Quasars are among the brightest objects in existence. The core of a young galaxy can shine trillions of times brighter than our sun, due to a furious black hole at its center. With the freedom of imagination, distance and time pose no barrier. We leave our Milky Way behind and peer into a far-off young galaxy, the site of a powerful quasar. Immediately, a brilliant light comes into view. The core of that galaxy glows like a beacon. As we draw nearer, staying at a safe distance, we behold the spectacle. The supermassive black hole at its center is devouring matter voraciously. A vast disk of gas swirls around the black hole, heated to incandescent brilliance. It shines white-hot, outshining all the galaxy's stars combined. From the poles of this disk, twin jets of energized particles shoot outward into space, like colossal searchlights piercing the darkness. These jets span thousands of light years, a testament to the black hole's formidable power. The surrounding galaxy appears dim and ghostly compared to the blinding radiance of its core. We can hardly believe how bright and active this distant nucleus is. Yet here, we float, calm and unscathed, watching one of the universe's most energetic events in silence. It's awe-inspiring and a bit intimidating, a reminder of how dynamic and extreme the cosmos can be. After taking in this astonishing scene, we gently turn away and allow ourselves to return to the quieter realm of our own galaxy. Black holes, whether small like stellar remnants or gigantic like galactic cores, whether quiet or voracious, play an integral role in the cosmos. They regulate how stars and galaxies evolve over eons. The energy from an active black hole can influence star formation in its host galaxy, while a dormant black hole serves as a gravitational anchor. And sometimes, black holes even meet each other, Imagine two black holes drifting through a galaxy that eventually spiral together in a gravitational dance. When black holes collide, they don't produce a flash of light we can easily see. Rather, they merge quietly into a single, larger black hole. But the real drama is in how they shake the very fabric of space-time itself. Picture a still pond with space-time as the water's surface. When two massive objects like black holes orbit each other and finally merge, it's like dropping stones into the pond. Ripples spread out. These ripples are gravitational waves. They travel outward at the speed of light, faintly warping space as they pass. Out here on our journey, we might not notice anything obvious as a gravitational wave washes through us. The distortion is incredibly subtle, far smaller than an atom, but advanced instruments on Earth can detect these tiny ripples under the right conditions. In fact, humanity has built observatories that listen for gravitational waves. When two black holes far across the universe spiral into each other and merge, they send out a crescendo of waves, a sort of cosmic symphony, rising to a gentle crescendo. Scientists can record this event as a brief, soft chirp, converting the wave signal into sound. It's astonishing to realize the collision of black holes billions of light years away can be perceived here on Earth, not through light, but through the fabric of space trembling ever so slightly. We cannot feel it in our bodies, but with our sensitive detectors, we've essentially heard the universe whisper to us. Think of it as the universe's own music, so quiet that only in recent years have we learned how to listen for it. These gravitational waves are like a lullaby from the universe itself, a gentle ringing of the cosmic bell, a reminder that even in the vast silence of space, there are subtle vibrations, quiet whispers of events happening in the darkness. And so, black holes, once purely theoretical objects that Einstein's equations hinted at, have become a very real part of our cosmic story. We have seen their shadowy images, a glowing ring of gas around a dark center. We have observed stars dancing to their tune, and we have felt the gentle ripples of their collisions. They are both destroyers and creators, bringing an end to stars, but also sculpting galaxies and stirring the cosmos. They teach us profound lessons about gravity, light, and time, and they fill us with wonder at how strange and beautiful the universe can be. Now, let's step back even further to see the grand canvas of the cosmos. We gently pull away from our vantage point near the galactic center, away from the bustling crowd of stars, and begin to gain a broader view. We drift outward, faster than the speed of light in this imaginative journey, moving beyond the Milky Way itself. From this far perspective, we can behold our galaxy as a whole, a magnificent spiral swirling in space. Its billions of stars form a flat disk with graceful spiral arms coiling around a bright core. Imagine it shining like a pale whirl of light against the dark void. The Milky Way is enormous, about 100,000 light-years across. Yet even this vast city of stars is just one of countless others. Astronomers estimate there may be hundreds of billions, even trillions of galaxies in the observable universe. As we hover in intergalactic space, far above our spiral disk, we see another galaxy not too far away. The Andromeda Galaxy, our Milky Way's sister Andromeda, is a grand spiral like our own, a bit larger, with perhaps 1 trillion stars. It drifts through space, about 2.5 million light-years from us. The light from Andromeda that we see now left that galaxy long before modern humans existed, slowly traversing the emptiness to reach our eyes. All around us, as we slowly turn in place, faint glows and fuzzy smudges dot the distance. These are other galaxies, each an island universe of millions or billions of stars. Some are elegant spirals with delicate arms. Others are large elliptical clouds, and some are irregular, shapeless collections of stars. They are scattered across the universe, often grouped in clusters and families. Our Milky Way and Andromeda are part of a small cluster of galaxies called the Local Group, which in turn is near the Virgo cluster, a much larger collection of galaxies tens of millions of light years away. Everywhere we look, more galaxies speckle the darkness. Each tiny blot of light is an entire galaxy, so far away that its billions of stars blur into a single faint glow. The scale of it all is almost impossible to grasp. Each galaxy is separated from the next by vast gulfs of space, measured in millions of light years. And yet, on the grandest scales, even galaxies form patterns. They gather into filaments and walls across the cosmos, like the threads of an immense cosmic web, with huge dark voids in between. Our journey takes us further out, in our mind's eye, until the galaxies themselves start to blend into a faint haze. We see the structure of the universe on its largest scale, a delicate lace of galactic clusters and superclusters stretching in all directions. We float quietly for a moment in reverent awe, trying to absorb the immensity of this cosmic architecture. At the intersections of these filaments, great clusters of galaxies sit like bright knots in a net. In between lie the voids, immense, nearly empty expanses tens of millions of light years across, with hardly any galaxies at all. Just the occasional lone galaxy or sparse gas drifting in the darkness. In the face of this cosmic grandeur, we pause for a moment in quiet awe. The cosmos is arranged on a scale so vast it defies our intuition. In the midst of this almost infinite expanse, our home galaxy is but a tiny swirl of stars, and our planet Earth an infinitesimal speck. It could make one feel small, but there is also a profound sense of wonder and belonging. We are part of this universe. Its story is our story. Every atom in our bodies came from these stars and galaxies. We are made of this cosmos. Think about it. The iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, the oxygen in your lungs. Those elements were forged in stellar furnaces and supernova explosions billions of years ago, light years away. They traveled through interstellar space, became part of new star systems, and eventually coalesced into our sun, our Earth, and into us. We truly are children of the stars. Even as we stand on Earth and gaze up, we are connected to the stars above in the most literal way. The same physical materials, the same fundamental particles, cycle through the cosmos and through our bodies. When you look up at the sky, you are seeing where you came from. And perhaps, in some distant future, parts of us will drift through space again to become part of new stars or planets. In this continuous cosmic cycle, nothing is ever truly lost. It only changes form and continues the narrative of the universe. Now consider the darkness, the space between the stars and galaxies. It seems empty and cold, but it too has a story. The night sky is dark not because the universe lacks light, but because it is so vast and dynamic. In those immense stretches of nothingness are scattered faint photons traveling for eons. There is even a soft background glow permeating the universe, the afterglow of the Big Bang itself, stretched to faint microwaves over billions of years of expansion space, may appear silent and black. But it is not desolate. It's filled with the subtle echoes of creation and the soft light of distant worlds. When astronomers pointed our most powerful telescopes at a patch of sky that looked utterly dark and empty, do you know what they found? They discovered that even the darkest patch of sky can be teeming with galaxies. The Hubble Space Telescope's deep field image revealed thousands of galaxies in a region of sky no bigger than a grain of sand held at arm's length. Each of those faint specks in the image was a galaxy, some so far away that their light set out near the dawn of time. This teaches us that much of the darkness around us is just light too distant and too dim for our eyes to see, but it's there. So when you look into a dark, starless gap in the night sky, remember that it might not be truly empty. Hidden in that darkness are uncountable stars and galaxies, waiting for a sensitive eye or camera to reveal them. The universe hides its treasures in plain sight, requiring patience and curiosity to find them. Floating here in the vast intergalactic space, take a moment to absorb the grandeur of it all. So many stars, so many galaxies, so much space and time. The universe is approximately 13.8 billion years old, an unfathomable span of time, and it may stretch out over 90 billion light years or more. In extent, our journey has spanned a huge portion of it in mere moments. We have leapt across cosmic distances that no spaceship could traverse in 1,000 lifetimes. But through the power of imagination and understanding, we can visit these far-flung places and times as easily as closing our eyes. It's humbling, but also inspiring. We realize that as small as we are, we carry within us the ability to comprehend this immensity, to appreciate it, and to find meaning in it. The universe has given us the gift of curiosity and consciousness, a way to look back on itself. Through our wondering minds, the cosmos can admire its own stars and galaxies. We are a way for the universe to know itself. We linger here in silence for a timeless moment, feeling at one with the stars and filled with wonder. As we float in this limitless expanse, think of how fortunate we are to witness it all, even if only in our imagination. Our ancestors, gazing up from the ground, could only wonder at what the stars were. They wove stories about gods and heroes and placed them among the constellations. Today, we know the scientific truths of stars and galaxies, yet the wonder remains just as profound. Eons later, with knowledge and imagination, we have journeyed across the cosmos to glimpse these truths for ourselves. We watched a star being born in a glowing nebula, then followed a massive star through its life until it ended in a spectacular supernova and became a black hole. We ventured to the heart of our galaxy to sense the presence of a supermassive black hole gently steering the stars, and even peered into a distant galaxy to witness a quasar blazing with cosmic light. These wonders, once only guessed at in ancient stories, have become real in our understanding. Yet knowing the science behind them does not diminish their beauty or mystery. In fact, the more we understand, the more profound our wonder grows. Under the starry sky, many of our ordinary worries begin to fade. The deadlines, the anxieties, the small frustrations of day-to-day life. All of them seem to shrink when compared to the vast timeline of stars or the immense scale of galaxies. In this moment, a calm perspective settles in. You are part of something immense and enduring. The universe has been here for billions of years before us, and will continue for billions of years after our troubles, no matter how immediate they feel, are temporary flickers in a great cosmic night that will eventually pass. Instead of feeling insignificant, you can feel gently empowered by this perspective. The atoms that form you have survived supernovae and traveled across time and space. You are a survivor of cosmic events, built from star stuff that has seen eternity. And within you is the same spark that causes stars to shine, a spark of energy, of life, of awareness. We, tiny as we are, can ponder the whole universe. That ability is a rare and precious thing. Let that realization reassure you. There is so much more to existence than any worry or fear. You are connected to the stars above, to the earth below, and to all life around you, and perhaps life beyond our planet as well. The universe is so vast that it's hard to imagine we are truly alone. Perhaps, on a distant world orbiting one of those many stars, another being gazes at their night sky and feels the same sense of wonder. Though separated by unfathomable distances, they would be looking at the same universe, under the same stars. In that way, we all share a connection through the cosmos, bound together by starlight. As you breathe calmly, imagine inhaling starlight and exhaling any lingering stress. Each breath connects you to the rhythm of the cosmos, in and out, like the tides, like the gentle pulsing of a variable star. Now, with a heart full of wonder and a mind at peace, let's gently return to our home. It's time to leave the stars for now, carrying this tranquility back with us. We begin our journey back across unimaginable distances. Far in the distance, we spot a familiar faint glow, the Milky Way seen from outside, our cosmic home. We head toward it, re-entering the outskirts of our galaxy's spiral arms. Stars streak past, though in reality, they are still separated by trillions of miles. Before long, we recognize the region of the galaxy where our sun resides. And there, a modest yellow star comes into view. Our sun, patiently glowing and nurturing its little family of planets. As we approach our sun, we slow down. We slip past the outer planets, the icy realms where Neptune and Uranus circle, glinting in the distant sunlight. We pass Saturn with its serene golden rings, and Jupiter with its banded clouds and swirling storms. Further in, the blue jewel of Earth appears, illuminated by the sun's warm light. The sight of our home planet from space is breathtaking. From this perspective, Earth is just a pale blue dot hanging in the cosmic dark, a fragile, beautiful oasis containing all of human history and all of our lives. White clouds swirl over cerulean oceans and verdant lands. The sun's light forms a gentle halo around Earth's curvature. We draw closer to Earth, and night falls across our field of view. We are now approaching the planet's night side, where the surface is cloaked in shadow, but dotted with tiny sparks of human light. City lights twinkle like orange and white stars on the ground, mirroring the constellations in the sky. In this quiet hour, most people are asleep in their beds, maybe even dreaming under the same sky we have been exploring. Gliding down further, we descend through thin clouds. A cool, gentle breeze greets us as we return to the lower atmosphere. You may hear the faint rustle of leaves in the gentle breeze, or perhaps the distant hush of waves. If you are near the sea, the air carries the familiar sense of home. Perhaps the smell of damp earth and grass, or the salt of the sea, or the comforting scent of your own room. Now you find yourself back where you began, resting comfortably. Perhaps you are again lying on that soft grass under the open sky, or maybe you are cozy in your bed with the night sky beyond the window. Feel the solid earth beneath you, or the mattress cradling you. You might shift slightly, nestling into your pillow, or the gentle ground beneath you, finding an even more comfortable position. Gravity's gentle pull is here again, anchoring you kindly to your place on the earth. Overhead, the stars continue to sparkle, unchanged and unwavering, keeping watch through the night. Notice how relaxed your body has become. Your breathing is slow and steady. Your mind is calm, filled with the vastness and serenity of space. You might recall a favorite moment from our journey, perhaps the gentle birth of a star in a nebula, or the mesmerizing ring of light around a black hole, or the vision of our blue planet floating in darkness. Hold that image softly in your mind and let it bring you peace. All the knowledge, wonder, and tranquility you've gathered tonight are now a part of you. You can drift off knowing that you are cradled by the same universe that cradles the stars. In a way, the cosmos is within you and around you, always. You are safe, and you are part of something beautiful and grand. The night is deep and gentle. The stars overhead shine their ancient light, as if whispering a lullaby just for you. Feel free to let go of any remaining thoughts and surrender to the quiet night. You have nowhere else to be, nothing else to do, except to rest and heal in this cosmic peace. Let your eyelids grow heavy and your entire body relax into the comfort beneath you. As you lie here, imagine that you are floating once more, not through space now, but into a pleasant dream. Let the dreams carry you among the stars if they wish, or simply envelop you in warmth and soothing darkness. You've journeyed far and wide tonight, and now it's time to gently return fully to yourself and allow sleep to take over. The universe will continue its dance above, watching over you as you rest. You are cherished in this cosmic tapestry. So now, give yourself permission to rest. Sink into the quiet, into the soft darkness behind your closed eyes. Feel the ease in your limbs and the calm in your mind. The stars will be there when you wake, continuing to shine, continuing their eternal song. For now, you can let your consciousness drift like a feather on a midnight breeze, drifting, floating, softly down into a deep and nourishing sleep. Good night and sweet dreams.